This criticism is unfair. I am unashamed to say that DC Comics needs to be commended for making the bold move of opening doors by combining its normally staid universe with a straight-up comic book porn universe, such as the worlds and characters developed by Colleen Coover, Adam Warren, Phil Folio, and even Kevin Taylor.
Grumpy, what are you talking about?
Hush, Syriac. Now, while an argument can be made that Catwoman is riding the fence,
I don't think it's what she is right.
Quiet. I would say she, Catwoman that is, in her first new issue had experienced some tough times and was a woman with an itch to scratch, and Batman was there to lend a hand.
Among others.
You stop that right now. This is a respectable podcast I run here. Sure, the first pages of her issue could have been composed better, but Catwoman is presented as a woman bold enough to explore her appetites, and after a bunch of thugs tried to kill her by firebombing her apartment, Catwoman sought a sexual encounter with Batman. A sexy and appealing woman, she overcomes Batman's initial objections. He complied, as there is no way Catwoman could have forcibly raped him. In any event, after a hard day, she had an itch to scratch, and Batman,
He provided the bat scratcher from his utility belt.
Batman provided a bat scratcher from his utility belt. Wait, no, damn it, don't do that again. You stop that right now. You are so prurient. I am certain your girlfriend, Baba Yaga, elegant creature that she is, can provide some useful insight.
The sequence reminded me of the old Adam West show.
Really?
Oh, yes. You know the parts where they slide down the back poles into the cave?
No, moving on. Where was I?
You were talking about smut.
Right. Now we move on from Catwoman, which, despite some problems, largely presents a woman who knows what she wants, went after it, and got some.
Bow chicka wow wow.
I said stop it. Moving on is the issue Red Hood and the Outlaw, which prevents the clear mixing of the regular DC universe with a comic book porn universe. Clearly, this version of the long-established character Starfire is heavily influenced by the work of noted comic book pornographer Kevin Taylor.
Grumpy.
Influenced by the work of noted comic book pornographer Kevin Taylor. This bold move of mixing the DC universe and straight-up porn is held back somewhat by the lack of a Kevin Taylor male, which are as anatomically impossibly perfect as the females and also exist purely for hardcore sex. But I'm certain they will appear in the next issue to balance the scales.
GC?
I'm ignoring you both. In the future, I'm certain writers and creators such as Colleen Coover, Adam Warren, Phil Folio, and others will be contributing tasty, equal opportunity smut to all the DC comic lines.
Oh,
Grumpy killed.
What?
It isn't a combo.
What?
DC, it isn't mixing their universe with a porn universe from Coover or Warren or anyone else.
Really?
Really?
Then that means even if the issue of Catwoman, even if it's solid...
That's what she said.
You stop that right now. Even if it's actually pretty good...
Oh, that's what she said.
I said stop that. If what you were saying is true, then there will be no presentation of men in the same manner as Starfire, no actually interesting sticks, but there will be a presentation of abilities and physical senses that do not add up. Seriously, for the character of Starfire, the sense of smell and sound are more important than the sense of sight, and even if this makes sense in terms of alien anatomy, having sex with the Red Hood and Arsenal, she still cannot tell them apart by the sounds they make or what they smell like. And a trio of potentially interesting characters have been flattened in storytelling terms, and overall the issue achieves the silliness of porn while failing to achieve even the dubious sex appeal of porn, while nonetheless turning Starfire into a straight-up porn character, meaning any number of actual porn comics are better in terms of characterization, consistent storytelling, action, and of course sex, and that overall Red Hood and the Outlaws is a product of lazy and shoddy writing that is exemplified by the 3 or 4 redos and satires of the original pages being better than it. Is that what you were saying?